I'll be discussing the parts of a parabola. Pardon for the noise. So first, the graph of a quadratic function is again called a parabola. It's a smooth curve. The parabola either opens upward or downward for a quadratic function. But there are also parabolas that are opening sideways to the left and to the right, but those are not for quadratic functions. It has a turning point called vertex, which is either the lowest or the highest point of the graph. The vertex is the point hk. So remember the equation, say we have y is equal to a times the quantity x minus h quantity squared plus k. So just like this one, that means in this case, the vertex of the parabola or of this quadratic function is 1, -3. If the value of a is greater than 0, it opens upward and has a minimum point. But if a is less than 0, the parabola opens downward and has a maximum point. So in this case, what is the value of a? So the value of a is 1. So that means it's positive, so it opens upward and has a minimum point. But if we have this, note, pinaltan lamang po natin yung value ng a natin. So here, the value of a is -4, regardless of the number, basta negative, it opens downward. So if it opens downward, it has a maximum point in this case. So take note, value of a can only be less than or greater than 0. It cannot be equal to 0 because be reminded that again, if a is equal to 0, then it's not a quadratic function. In a parabola, we also have the axis of symmetry. It's actually an imaginary line. It's a line which divides the graph into two parts such that one half of the graph is a reflection of the other half. Or as simple as the axis of symmetry is the line which divides the graph into two equal parts. The line x equals h is the axis of symmetry. Going back to our quadratic function, here h is 1, so that means the axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Just like for linear function, we also have domain and range for quadratic function. The domain for a quadratic function is the set of all real numbers, always. Okay? Later, mas maintindihan natin yun when we have already an example of a graph. For the range, it depends on the opening of the parabola. If it opens upward, the range is the set y such that y is greater than or equal to k. While if it opens downward, then the range is the set y such that y is less than or equal to k. Upward, greater than. Downward, less than. Again, mas maintindihan po natin yan when we already have some examples. We also have x and y intercept for quadratic function. The x-intercept is determined by setting y equals 0 and then solving for x. Be reminded when we say x-intercept, that's the part wherein the graph touches the x-axis, while the y-intercept is the part wherein the graph touches the y-axis, just like for the x and y-intercept of a linear function. So say we have the same given. Take note that I actually expanded the given quadratic function. So first, set y equals 0. Now be reminded there are three possible values for the x-intercepts. One, there would possibly two distinct x-intercepts. That is, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. Remember, b squared minus 4ac is the discriminant. So if the discriminant is positive, we have two x-intercepts. But if we only have one x-intercept, that means the discriminant is 0. And there would be no x-intercept if the discriminant is less than 0, or shall we say when the discriminant is negative. So going back to the item, let us get the discriminant. So substitute b with -1, a with 1, and c with -2. So 1 squared, -1 squared is 1. -4 times -1 times -2 is 8. So we have 1 plus 8. You may add it. It's okay. That would be 9. Pero kahit hindi, kasi ang after lang naman natin is to determine if it is positive, negative, or 0. So it's positive, meaning we would have two distinct x-intercepts. So let us continue kung yun nga. Factoring x squared minus x minus 2, we have x minus 2 times the quantity x plus 1. So we have x equals 2 and x equals negative 1. So it is correct that we have two distinct x-intercepts. Now, how about if we have y is equal to x squared minus x plus 2? So kindly solve for the discriminant. Kung ayaw mo naman po mag-solve sa discriminant, edi right away, isolve mo na ano po yung x-intercept niya. Equating it with 0 instead of y. Are there factors of 2 that when you add will give you negative 1? None. Po, parang may hirapan ka dyan sa factoring kung ma-determine kung meron ba o wala. Kasi pag quadratic formula ka na. Okay. So, for those who solve for the discriminant here is positive or negative? Negative. So, kung negative, ibig sabihin nun, wala pong x-intercept yung graph na iyon. Okay? Later, ma-encounter, magbibigay ako ng isang example wherein the quadratic function would have no x-intercept and you would see how the graph looks like kapag walang x-intercept. Next, how about if we have y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1? So, in this case, when you solve for the discriminant, you will get 0. So, bakit kaya nangyayari na ang discriminant ay nagiging 0? Or bakit ang x-intercept nito ay iisa? Kasi diba, sabi natin, ang parabola, pantay yan. Kung ano nasa kaliwa, ano sa kanan yan. Nangyayari po na we only have one x-intercept if that x-intercept is actually on the vertex of the parabola. Kaya iisa lamang. Okay? So, yun po. Now, let's go to the y-intercept. So, for y-intercept, it is determined by setting x equals 0 and then solving for y. So, substitute x with 0. So, we have y is equal to negative 2. So that means the y-intercept of that function is y equals negative 2. Now, how about if we have y is equal to x squared? What is our h and what is our k? Okay? So, ito po is actually just like this one lang. Wala po kasing h, walang k, kumbaga, parang wala. So, wala nakasulat. Kaya po yun ay 0. So, we have y is equal to x plus 0 quantity squared plus 0. So, if we're going to try to graph this, ito po yung magiging itsura niya. Okay? If you have your cell phones or your any gadget, you can actually download some softwares in math that would help you in graphing. I would like to recommend GeoGebra and Graphmatica. Yun po yung dalawa na ginagamit ko. And I would say they are accurate. For the others, not sure kung accurate. Like Photomath. Sorry po, pero meron pong time na hindi po tumatama ang Photomath. Mathway, pwede na rin. Okay. So again, the vertex is 0, 0. The opening of this graph is upward. So obviously naman po, pataas po yung pagbukas nito. At kung ibabase po natin dun sa kanina, kung equation lang po ang ating basis, if it opens upward, if the value of A is positive. So, obviously, it's 1, positive 1, so it opens upward. So, if it opens upward, the vertex is at a minimum point. Ano po ba ibig sabihin ng minimum point? Mas madali pong ipaliwanag pag may graph na. Minimum, mababa. Kung makikita ninyo sa graph na to, yung pong vertex, yung po yung pinakamababang point nung parabola. So, if it opens upward, siya yung pinakamababa. And if we would try to imagine, kapag po opening downward siya, syempre, ang mangyayari doon, yun yung nagiging pinakamataas na point niya. The axis of symmetry is x equals 0. The domain would be all real numbers. Remember, yung axis of symmetry nakasalalay kay h. Actually, dyan, walang problema. Parehas lang kasi yung value. The range would be y, such that y is greater than or equal to 0. Then, the x-intercept, tumama po siya dun sa x, and the y-intercept is also 0. So, in this case, yun po yung sagot natin. Madali lamang. Now, how about if we have the equation y is equal to x minus 2 quantity squared minus 9. So the vertex is 2, negative 9. So it's positive still, so opening upward. Vertex is at a minimum pa rin. Kung negative ang A, opening downward, ang vertex ay maximum. Axis of symmetry, alin ang titingnan? H or K? Okay, so H. So axis of symmetry is X equals 2. How about the domain? Always all real numbers. The range, nakasalalay kay K. Opening upward, kaya Y such that Y is greater than or equal to negative 9. How about the x-intercept? Again, x-intercept, nakukuha siya by setting Y equals 0. So let us expand x minus 2 quantity squared would be x squared minus 4x plus 4. Then we have minus 9. Simplifying, we have this. So let us factor. Factors of 5 that when we subtract will give us 4 would be 5 and 1. Since the middle term is negative, 5 would copy its sign. So we have x equals 5 and x equals negative 1. So the x-intercept would be 5, negative 1. So if you would try to graph, okay, paano kung wala kang Graphmatica or GeoGebra, all you have is your cellphone and enough data or nakakonect ka sa Wi-Fi. Sa Google, pwede mo na actually gawin yun. Just type in the equation. So graph of y equals x minus 2 quantity squared minus 9. Tinype ko lang yan. Then search. Bibigay na rin po sa inyo yung graph. And this would be a graph. So notice, tumama siya kay negative 1 at kay 5 dun sa ating x-intercept, sa ating x-axis. Kaya yun yung ating x-intercept. Now, how about sa y-intercept natin? Kahit hindi pa tayo nagsasolve. Okay? Take note po, yung ating y-axis interval of 10. Ang x-axis natin interval of 1. Pwede po yun. Kasi hindi naman po kinakailangan na palagi the interval of x and y would be the same. It depends on the values given. So in this case, if you would try to guess, say guess, the y-intercept based from this, nasan kaya po ang y-intercept natin? Is it positive or negative? So wala naman po dun sa positive, malamang nasa negative. At kung makikita natin, kung yun ay negative 20, yung una ang negative 10, nasa pagitan ng 0 and negative 10, mukhang negative 5. Mukha. So, let us check. Solve na natin. Substitute x with 0. We have negative 2 squared is 4, minus 9 is negative 5. So, yun nga po ang sagot. So, the y-intercept is negative 5. Kung titingnan natin sa graph, ang ginawa ko po ay aking pinindot po yung graph tapos aking minaximize. So, yun, tumama nga po siya doon. So, that would be our y-intercept. Say we have y is equal to the quantity x minus 3 quantity squared plus 2. So, if we have the graph, it would look like this one. So, the vertex would be a 3, 2. Check it out. That's the graph opens upward, and because of the vertex is at its minimum point. Axis of symmetry, x equals 3. The domain would be all real numbers. The range is y, such that y is greater than or equal to 2. Then, for our x-intercept, kung mapapansin nyo, it does not touches the x-axis and hindi siya tatama doon kasi lampas siya doon. So, none. And then, for the y-intercept, y is equal to 11. Kahit itry nyo pa po, substituting x with 0, to have negative 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Now, how about if we have this last one? So, mapapansin nyo, ngayon nagbigay ako ng A na negative para maiba naman. So, our vertex is at 1, 1. Opening downward kasi A is negative. And since it opens downward, the vertex is at a maximum point. Later, mas makikita natin yung sabihin. Axis of symmetry, x equals 1. Domain, all real numbers. Range, y such that y is less than or equal to 1. Mas mababa na kay 1. X-intercept, x is equal to 0 and 2. Y-intercept, y is equal to 0. So, kung re-reviewin po natin, ito po. So, pasensya na lang po dun sa scratch. Paano nakuha yung x-intercept? Substitute y with 0. Expand po natin yung equation. So, magiging yan po itsura. So, we have x minus 2. So, x equals 0, x equals 2. For the y-intercept, again, just substitute substitute x with 0. May negative po dun sa unahan, ano. So, kung titingnan po natin sa graph, ganito po ang magiging itsura ng graph po natin. So, x-intercept, tumama siya kay 0 at saka kay 2. Y-intercept, ganun din. Ayan, opening downward. Sabi natin kanina, at its maximum. Kasi yun yung pinakamataas na pwede niya maging value yung sa vertex niya. Kasi pababa po yung ating parabola. So, I do hope from this video clip, you have learned something. Thank you.